For our last but not least mission, I'd like to address a critical issue affecting millions of Americans, the lack of affordable housing. But first, a joke. How many siblings does it take to change a light bulb? 0. By the time they finish arguing about who's supposed to do it, you've already changed it yourself. As brothers and sisters of America and our global family, we need to remember that no one is going to change the light bulb for us. It's time for all of us to step up and take responsibility. My grandpa, in his trusty pinstriped Oshkosh overalls and his Reagan Bush hat, would always say to my siblings and me, "Y'all gotta stop fighting and get her done." As a California resident paying some of the highest taxes in the United States, it's really frustrating. Everyone recently wanted a new railway, and we even had the money on all government levels supporting it, but we still couldn't get it done. That was, and still is, super embarrassing when I'm talking to all of my friends from other states. Think about it. Americans have been building railroads for over 200 years. Yet, because of people who say, "Not in my backyard," and all the complicated rules and paperwork, even when we have all the cash, we can't even get a train line built. It's crazy. In fact, a recent study found that it takes an average of 13 years just to get environmental permits for major infrastructure projects in the United States. That is ridiculously way too long. We have to fast track and make new laws on projects that everyone agrees on and desperately needs, like affordable homes and trains. Affordable housing isn't just a personal crisis for those without homes. It's a systemic flaw that weakens our economy and challenges the strength of our communities. You may have heard the different reasons for homelessness, like mental health or substance abuse. But the real issue is this: there isn't enough affordable housing in our nation. The harsh reality is 1 in 3 Americans, approximately 100 million people, are considered house poor, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on housing, leaving little for other necessities like food, healthcare, education, and retirement savings. Many families are a paycheck away from losing everything. That is not an acceptable situation for our country. But there is hope. We can learn from cities that are effectively tackling this crisis. Take Houston, Texas, for example. Despite a population of 2.3 million, Houston has one of the lowest rates of homelessness in the country. It has achieved this through innovative, proactive approaches to affordable housing and sensible zoning policies. Their success demonstrates that change is indeed possible. So, I'm calling on federal, state, and local governments to join the American people in a bold plan to solve this crisis together. Here are 3 doable steps that we can take. Number 1, reform outdated zoning laws. Many current zoning regulations hinder the development of affordable housing. We need to revise these rules to encourage the development of more diverse housing options, such as multifamily units and mixed income communities. This way, we create neighborhoods that welcome everyone. Invest in affordable housing programs. We must increase funding for programs that help make housing more affordable and safe. Everyone deserves a decent place to live, and by investing in these programs, we can ensure that more Americans have a place to call home. Next, we need to support innovative solutions. We must learn from successful cities like Houston and explore new strategies for community development. By brainstorming creative ideas, we can find effective ways to address the housing crisis in our neighborhoods. And let's remember, this isn't just about building houses, but stronger communities and families. It's about allowing everyone to succeed and thrive. When people have stable homes, they can focus on their jobs, their education, their families, and then that strengthens our entire nation. We cannot afford to ignore the housing crisis any longer. I urge you, the American people, to join me in this mission. Talk to your local leaders and demand they effect the changes we need. Let your voices be heard. Together, we can create a future where everyone has a safe and affordable place to live. So let's tap into our inner grandpas, roll up our sleeves, and get to work. Together, we can brighten the world, one light bulb at a time. All right, so as a single dad needing to get my 2 younger daughters in bed for school tomorrow, I'm going to wrap up my speech now. I want to give a big shout out to all the hardworking parents out there, especially those who are doing it alone. And finally, we will end with a meaningful quote from Mother Teresa. She's one of my absolute favorites. She once said, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family." This quote reminds us that the most crucial change starts not with big public actions, but with the simple, everyday acts of love we show to those closest to us. Mother Teresa believed that if we can create peace and love in our own homes and families, it will spread to our communities and eventually to the world. It is a powerful reminder that real change often begins with the basic connections we have with one another. I'd also like to add that it's vital to love yourself first, because only then can you truly love your family. To my American and global family, I love you. Love always wins. Always. Please get home safe, and tomorrow, let's wake up as one family and get things done together. I am complete. As we exit, let's listen to Bob Dylan's classic song, "Blowin' in the Wind."